Okay, so picking up where I left off, uh, just to, just to, because I don't think that I've really explained this since I started with the sort of reacting to these series, right? So there's a number of people who have sort of joined in and are watching now, and just to kind of like sum it up briefly, I went to school to college to study music, and I got my uh, associate of arts in music. I was I specialized or um, focused in classical guitar, right? But as part of going through the curriculum, there's keyboard harmony, music theory, ear training, all kinds of music lit, music appreciation, all these different courses that are involved in it also. And after I completed that arts degree, I started working on it's a music business degree. So it's an associate of applied sciences in music business, and this is a type of degree that covers things from audio production to video editing to video like photography for television and film to copyright law, contract law, uh, marketing and advertising, just all these things that cover the business side. So there's two halves, right? You got the art side and you get the business side. And so I set out to gain an understanding of the art side and then also an understanding of the business side. So, um, of course, naturally, I was drawn to the K-pop industry by the music, right? By discovering that and seeing how good everything was and how entertaining everything was. And then I started to, because I just always want to know more if I am interested, especially when something like gets my attention and I'm like, oh wow, this is fascinating to me. I want to understand it. I want to know more. I want to know the history. I want to know the background. I want to know how it got to where it is now. I want to know how it works, right? And so when I got really into it, and by the time I discovered Twice, and then the 16 series, because that was fascinating, as you can imagine, like somebody coming from where I'm coming from, right? My perspective on things. That was like, it was such a unique, you know, almost like case study, right? Like understanding the way that the industry works, basically like the K-pop music industry with the companies and trainee programs and schools, and then going to form groups and to debut and all this, like that whole process, right? And then here was this group that I had already come to be a fan of, and then I got to see like their experience of how they were formed and everything, and it was a fascinating show. Like just everything about it was like I couldn't even believe that like this was done this way. You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm so interested in these series like this. Just because some people might have been watching from before, and most of the stuff that I do here on the channel is like music reactions and album reviews and things like that. Because I was just mainly applying what I had studied and the things that I know, to give like an interpretation or a breakdown of some of the things that I'm listening to and enjoying, and that these things are being produced and stuff. And so that's kind of what brings me here. But just to kind of further explain why I get so into it, and so like if you wonder why a music performance on here can affect me in a certain way, it's because of that. And much of this experience is relatable from 16 to Nizi project to season 2 to A2K, all, like I've had my own experience, but there's a lot of overlap there. And then as I was going through all of these things, I was around many talented people, many young talented people, and they were all very very awesome people and everything. And so when I see these groups, and this endeavor, like what it is that they're trying to do and everything, it certainly has a very big appeal to me. And but that's sort of why, so when you see these reactions, the reason that they happen is because of where I came from and kind of where I'm going. And I just wanted to kind of like reiterate that a little bit, just sort of give a quick explanation of it, and then because some people kind of you just watch what you want to watch, right? So the people who are really fans of Nizi and were very entertained and engaged by this series are listening, but they might not know like why I'm doing it, or if you don't know like where did I come from, why am I here, reacting to it, if it seems sort of random or whatever. I was set on this course a while back, and so I'm just enjoying it. It's been really fun, you know what I mean? It's been a great time, and I'm happy to share it with everybody also. I really appreciate it. Everybody who's tuned in and subscribed, and everybody who comments. I make my best effort to acknowledge every comment and reply to as many as I can. Sometimes YouTube is a little like unreliable, and I don't get all the information, all the updates and everything, and I kind of have to go looking for them. But I do appreciate it. That's why I take the time to try and respond to everything, and I really appreciate all of the feedback, and everybody's sharing their experiences and their insights and their knowledge and everything. It really does sort of make it a very fulfilling type of experience. It rounds everything out and really connects everything and brings it all together, and so I do appreciate it a lot. It would, if if nobody was cared or was watching or responding, I may as well just be sitting here talking to the walls, which I do anyways, right? Like I probably did that anyways before, but now you guys are here, and so we get to talk to each other, and that's more fun, obviously, right? So let's go on with this last round of performances here. Okay.
자, 아무 생각하지 말고 정말 즐겁게 해봐요. 하지마쇼.
네, 오네가이시마스. Hey, hey, hey! Yo. Woo! Beep, beep. Hey, 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 hey. I see that I might see. Go rising. I see that I might see. 차갑게 보여도 어떻게 그러나니까 눈치 보면 목숨. Keep talking, I keep walking. 정말 많아, 난 괜찮아. 계속 봐봐. They keep talking, I keep walking. Get it, get it.
Oh, that was a nice transition.
They keep talking, I keep on. They keep talking, I keep walking. I see that I might see. I see that I might see. I see that I might see. I see that I might see.
Ah. So ITZY is not light work, especially like that. You know, this early stuff, right? Like the ITZY and all that. Like ITZY's like the choreography is very, very demanding, and I thought they looked really awesome, man. Like they really sorted out all the details for that. Nina's so tall. You know what I mean? Her movements are naturally like much bigger than the rest of the groups, just because she's so much taller. She's so lanky. Like her legs and her arms are longer compared to everyone else's. So, but it looked pretty like consistent and pretty even, right? All the lines and everything, and Nina and Rima were both like really strong on the vocals, man. I mean, everybody did really well. In particular, there was that there's like an ascending line that moves between the members, and there was Riria, and she had like about the midpoint, right, the middle section, and then it when it transitions, it goes on to Nina, right, and it was almost, I mean, it was like a scalar, like it was so smooth, right where Riria's part ended. Nina like picked up, right. It was like so smooth. It was an incredibly consistent transition, considering that the dance element and everything. You know what I mean? They looked good. They sounded good. They had that ITZY energy. You know, it's interesting because they really own the songs, right? Like when they get into it and do like a legit performance and everything. And there are these little moments, like in this performance, right, where I'm watching it and then I can swear for a moment that like, it's like it's Yeji, or you know what I mean? Like it's just like, oh my goodness, like they just nailed something just right, and I can like. It's almost like tricks me into thinking that, oh, that's the other, like that's the group, right? Like in the previous performances, Akari, well, she really reminds me of Gio a lot. Just certain looks, like kind of her face shape and everything. So when they do like Twice songs, I'm all like, oh, I can see Gio, right? I can see her, and so. But they definitely had that going, like with this performance, as they really got into it and obviously put in a lot of work. I think it was solid, like all around, pretty much everything.
리오한테
はい
리오한테
はい
제가 춤 정말 잘 추는데 그냥 가수가 아니라 댄서 느낌이라고 말했던 거 기억나요?
はい
왜 그런다 그랬죠 제가?
私が踊るときに相手に見てくださっている J.Y. パークさんに何も気持ちを伝えようとせず、ただ自分がうまく見せようと必死になって踊っているからダンサーに見えるというふうに言っていただいたと思います。
그때 그 말이 이해가 됐어요?
はい
Why is he asking her?
今日踊った参加者の中でリオさんが最高でした。
Yep.
リオさんが最高でした。
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
それは納得。
제가 조언해준 말을 정말 이해했는지 오늘은 그냥 이 관객 뭐 지금은 저밖에 없지만 저와의 이 연결끈을 완전히 쥐고 왔다 갔다 하면서 춤을 췄어요.
She, in particular, was the one that while I was watching it, you know, she did a certain move in the choreography, and I just got like, you know, this image of Yeji in my mind, you know, during doing the choreography, and I was like, oh, she did it. Like she channeled it, right? Like she caught it, and then she like sent it right to you, and that was the point.
거기에 힘, 정확성, 유연성, 느낌 다 있었어요. 그리고 심지어 노래까지 잘했어요. 노래까지 잘했어요.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't shaky at all.
유빈의 숙녀 부를 때만 해도 정말 노래가 많이 불안했는데 오늘은 완전히 제가 조금 더 불안한 감정 없이 들었어요.
でも本当にこの曲がさ、リオにめっちゃ合ってるなっていうのは本当に思う。毎日ファイヤーだったら朝起きたらファイヤーってやってるし。
리오상은 도쿄 합숙 때까지만 해도 돋보이는 정도는 아니었어요. 근데 지금은 완전히 돋보여요.
In a good way, in the right way. Wow, she's gonna jump up.
4명 중에 춤을 누가 가장 못 췄냐?
Nina, wasn't it?
Nina였어요.
Yeah.
それにもかかわらず褒めてあげたいです。褒めてあげたいです。
Yeah, it was good.
정말 많이 늘었어요.
Yep.
옆에 있는 3명이 춤을 굉장히 잘 춰요. 근데 이들에 비해서 튀어
Yeah,
보이지
that's
않았다는
yeah.
건
It was
놀라운 일이에요.
it was consistent all across.
그리고 정말 니나가 고음을 다 해결해 주네요.
They were really good.
리마는 자기 자신에 대해서 아직 모르고 있는 게 있는 것 같아요. 노래를 진짜 잘해요. 근데 점점 더 늘고 있어요.
Yeah.
랩, 춤, 뭐 퍼포먼스, 뭐 표정 연기 이런 걸로 자기가 특별하다고 생각하는 것 같은데 노래를 정말 잘해요. 그걸 본인이 알았으면 좋겠어요. 본인의 노래 실력에 대해서 어떻게 생각해요?
私が最初にこうやって JYP の練習生になった時は本当に歌うことがすごい自信がなくって、なんかすごいなんか自分自身に自信が持てなくなることの一つで、すごいなんか歌のなんかせいで自分のことが嫌いになっちゃったりしたことがいっぱいあったんですけど、こうやって言ってもらえてすごく嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。
정말 노래 연습을 열심히 해봤으면 좋겠어요. 최고 수준까지 갈 수 있을 것 같아요.
はい、ありがとうございます。
리리아는 지금까지 본 중에 방금 전이 제일 잘했어요. 제일 잘했어요. 오늘 가능성을 더 많이 봤어요.
Dang, this.
결론적으로 팀의 퍼포먼스는 정말 좋았습니다.
ありがとうございます
I think they may have just swept it. I think they may have just done the best. I mean, it seems like it, right? Nobody, there were no negative points. There was no like, but you need to work on this, or, I was disappointed in that, or everybody was so dialed in, and they gave like a really awesome performance. And I think they just won it. Oh man, this is the big grab.
아하. 이거 어떻게 하지?
Well, it's harder. It should take longer.
이대로 확정이신가요?
빠르게 심사할 방법이 없어요. 웬만하면 여기 놓고 싶지 않은데 그냥 너무 혼자 떨어져 있으니까.
Oh man.
세 팀 다 1등해도 아무 문제가 없는 발표예요.
I wonder where the girls go.
선치 뭐 믿나?
I guess they go back to that backstage area. Oh. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
ひとまずみんな全員が誇らしいと褒めてあげたいです。それにはかかわらず1位チームを選びました。1位チームは
元気だったりパワフルさを一番見せれるグループだと思うので1位取れると思います。
I think they won it. I think they came in clutch at the end, and I think they won it.
どのチームにも負けないように私たちは練習してきたつもりなので私たちが1位を取りたいです。こうやって一人一人の成長した姿を見てもらえれば1位を取れるんじゃないかなっていう気持ちがあります。
God, man, that was so bad, dude. Like, this was a beast performance,
1位
dude.
チームは
God.
アイリスです。アイリスです。
Oh, wow. 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 Great job, man. Wow.
おめでとうございます。よかったです。잘했어.
ありがとうございます
おめでとうございます。頑張ってください。
こ
Wow.
のチームで1位を取るっていう目標が叶ったのが本当に嬉しかったですし名前を呼ばれた時は本当にびっくりしましたしすごい嬉しかったので泣いてしまいました。
It's, of course, I obviously was really, moved by their performance. But when you hear, the sort of breakdown that JYP gives afterwards, it was sort of like there was some criticisms and then there was a little less criticism, then there was no criticism on the last one. So it was, I don't know. I don't know. That he's the one that has to decide. It's not that I disagree with it or anything like that. It wasn't what I was expecting, but I'm very happy that they were able to get the win there.
We Bling this. We Bling this. 산이가 2K5.
Wow. I mean, I can see it. I can see it.
코진 중이어 합.
Not easy, man. Like, oh man. I can't, like, I understand now, you know what I mean, now that they've been, you know, this sort of first, second, third, you know, place. I get it, but oh man, that's like, it's so close, right? Like it's barely, it's down to just a couple of factors, you know, like one or two things that separated each one. That's intensely close though. That's like it, that's unbelievably close.
します。
13位になったら帰らないといけないので、今回は上を目指して上がれたらいいなと思います。
順位が少し下がっちゃってもキューブをもらえればすごいいいなって思ってます。絶対にもらいます。
今日ニジキューブをもらう参加者は9位までです。1位。
正直みんなこの今回のグループコンセプトが違うので、
本当にみんな私の中ではベストな状態で来てるし、やっぱりすごい魅力がある子たちいっぱいなので、
それはちょっと難しいかなって思います。
Yeah, for real. I had no idea.
おめでとうございます。マコさん。
She's back on top. Okay. Okay.
こちらへどうぞ。
Okay. Yep.
よかったです。마코 팀은 일을 못했지만 팀 리더로서 정말 개성이 굉장히 다른 5명을 한 팀으로 보이게 만들었고, 또 본인의 퍼포먼스가 거의 완벽했어요.
もう本当にどんどん1ヶ月1ヶ月ごとになんか重くなっていくなっていう感じがあって、やっぱその分その自分が頑張ったなっていうのを感じることもできるので、本当に心から嬉しかったです。
2位。リオさん。リオさん。
Yep. Okay. Yep. Yep. I agree.
안녕하세요.
本当に良かったです。
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
3位。おめでとうございます。マユカさん。マユカさん。
Okay. Yep.
マユカさん。こちらへどうぞ。本当に良かったです。
Good calls. Very, very
4位、あか
earned.
りさん。
Oh man.
5位、まやさん。ここまでが5位です。 5위 안에 처음 든 친구들이 많죠? 리오さん 기분이 어때요?
今まで私あまり自分に自信がなかったりとか、なんか自分を信じてなかったんですけど、
今回そういう J.Y. パークさんにすごく最高でしたっていう言葉を初めていただいて、本当の自分っていうかから逃げてたんじゃないかなっていうのをすごく思って、もっと自分のことを信じてみようかなというふうに思ったので、これから本当に頑張りたいと思います。ありがとうございました。
私はミッション1で8位でギリギリキューブをもらえたんですけど、ミッション2で11位まで落ちてしまって、
11위 마유카さん。
今日3位っていう順位に入れてとても嬉しいですし、この順位をもらったことを自信に次の舞台も次のステージもこれを自信に変えていけたらいいなと思います。ありがとうございました。
6位リマさん、おめでとうございます。
Okay.
リマさん、おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Man, they're almost full.
7位ユナさん。
Nice.
8位リナさん。おめでとうございます。二次キューブをもらう最後の参加者は、
まだ私はキューブをまだ一つももらってなくて、本当にもらいたいんですけど、ちょっと正直もらえる自信はないです。
おめでとうございます。リリアさん。リリアさん。
Nice. Yep. Yep. Nice.
もっと頑張ってください。
このミッション1ではいい評価もらえてなくて、ミッション2ではいい評価もらえたけどキューブがもらえなくて、それでキューブをもらえたので本当に嬉しくて、今は本当に嬉しい気持ちでいっぱいです。
She was awesome in this performance.
10位リクさん。11位ミーさん。
前回13位を取ってしまったので、だけど今回こそは本当に脱落はしたくないので、
12位彩香さん。彩香さん。最下位は桃香さん。最下位に2回なった桃香さんは残念ですけど、ここまでです。ここまでです。ここで落ちたことを悲しく思わないで、ここまで来たことを誇らしく思って この経験を元にもっと頑張ってください。みんな桃花さんに拍手してください。お疲れ様でした。
すごく私の中で韓国に来てからが後悔ばっかりで、なんか今考えると本当になんで第1ミッションの時とか第2ミッションの時はあそこまで努力してなかった自分がいるんだろうって思うぐらい、あの時は努力してたつもりだったんですけど。
아쉽지만 13위 모모카상입니다. 13위 모모카상입니다.
やっぱりその私を変えてくれた、私の人生を変えてくれたその一つのそのストーリーというか、そういう記憶で一生残ると思う。
さて
Man. It hurts. But it's kind of like in a movie where you can see it coming, like you know somebody's not going to make it or whatever. And it almost like, you know, it goes all slow motion, right? And you're like you know it's gonna happen though, like you know it's coming. But then it does, like then you actually see it happen. And man, she could have definitely, you know, performed better here and there. Done, you know, like she said, a little bit more to stay in the rankings a little bit higher. But it's just this, you know, you wanted to see it. I wanted to see her have that great performance, you know what I mean? I still she did well, right? I can't, it's not to be too critical or anything. I'm not saying that, you know, obviously she's good if she was there, if she made it this far and everything, and it's just that she can be so much better. And I wish that we could have, you know, experienced all that with her, you know. That's the I guess the most significant part of it.
これで最終デビューメンバーを選抜するファイナルミッションだけ残りました。
Oh man, okay. Well, it was inevitable, you know, that's the thing. It was inevitable. It was going to happen. And following up until then, it's, you know, it's just that the snap, you know, it's the right when Thanos got the Infinity Stones, you knew it was gonna happen. You saw it coming, man. You saw it coming. You saw it, and then poof, right? That somebody's not there anymore, and it was just inevitable. It's a competition, though. It's meant to bring the best out of everybody who's competing. And so this is the mechanism that actually causes that, you know. It's unfortunate, though. It doesn't make it any, any less painful or unpleasant. Well, okay, let's see. So we're down to 12. And okay, so we have 12 members still, and the next mission is the final mission, and whoever passes this final mission is going to be in the group. Okay. Well, let's find out what's up next then. It's difficult to have to just keep on going, but that's the way it is. Okay. Let's find out what the final mission is going to be like. 12 members. I wonder if it's going to, I feel like it's going to be 2 teams. I feel like it's going to be 2 teams of 6. But it could be 3 teams of 4. But I feel that the pattern has already been established, where we had 4 teams, and then there was 3 teams, and I think the next one is going to be 2 teams of 6. Let's find out if I'm right.